say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please believe that.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Yo, what's going on? Yo, check this out. I want y'all to see something. Anybody use StreamYard, tell me, do y'all have this fucking problem where like the whole internet cuts out? Any of y'all have that problem? You have to wait like a little amount of time for it to lure back in. I keep constantly having this problem when I use my tablet versus my phone to stream, and literally it just cuts out the whole internet. The shit is crazy. Anybody that use freaking what's the name, let me know. All right, so listen, check this out. I'm gonna start this over one more time. I'm sorry about that, yo. I'm really having some technical difficulties right now. It's freaking amazing. Anyway, pardon me, guys. I'm sorry about that. I don't like to get no sloppy freaking show like that. So let's try this again.
Say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please believe that.
Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no mandingos.
It's getting near dawn. When lights close the tired eye.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man's soul of faith. I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain. Made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his face. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was a time for a change. Killed the Tsar and his ministers. Anastasia screamed in vain. I rode a tank, held a generous rank when the blitzkrieg raged and the bodies stank.
Started calling everybody. He was calling me. He got a heads up. He started calling the bosses at Hot 97. The street team was listening. They heard. The executives heard. The executives heard.
Motherfucker respected the commission. Listen me buy and sell bricks with my nigga PD. Down with the team called BBE. Now if you want to join the team, you know you must see me. But you can't talk the feds a dick R.I.D.
What's going on? What's shaking everybody? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I had a couple little technical difficulties. If you watch this back on the replay, I guarantee you, YouTube will edit it for you. Listen, I want to talk about this quick little thing real quick. I'm only going to take like 5 or 10 minutes on this or whatever. I talked to one of my bad boy brothers today, and it was a very enlightening conversation. Shout out to Chrome. I'm going to put it that way. But I'm going to share this with you so you know what we're talking about. But in more ways than one, you dig? But yo, check this out. There's been a lot of speculation about my ex-boss. There's been a lot of talk about him, a lot of chatter. I worked under this man for 17 freaking years. And no matter what anybody chits and chatters or has gossip about or whatever the case may be, ain't nothing gonna change that. I got the pictures and video to prove it over a 17-year span. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard for you to disprove that. How you personally feel about me, just how you personally feel about me. I don't even care about that. I really don't care. Well, when you've done so much that I've done, you know, I got with that company when I was 21, 22 years old. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, I lived that whole duration of going through with that company in the best times and the worst times. If you caught some of that video I played the other day, that little reunion dinner we had, you dig? We exemplified that right then and there. And shout out to all my brothers that were at the table with us, you know what I'm saying? Including Jacquay from Love and Hip Hop, not just him, but everybody else or whatever. I had a few revelations available to me today in the conversation that was funny because the pure simple fact I had already said this shit online. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a power drop. And now I'm hearing some of the people like Hip Hop Uncensored, they getting clarity. A couple other people, they getting clarity too. But I'm here to tell you, ain't nothing really gonna come of this, homie. And I want to say to niggas out there, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Cruz, Prez, and whoever want to check me on this one, whatever. Y'all know how I talk. This is where I am. See, to y'all niggas is surprised how I talk, but to other niggas that know me, they know this is me. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you live in Wichita, Kansas or some shit. Trying to, never mind. I don't want to do that. But anyway, it's a lot of people making presumptions and shit like that about Puff. You know what I mean? Capo. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas will have fault. And I got brought up in the conversation today too. Well, son, if you should have never said what you said, whatever. Yeah, I said what I said. I also said something else. I said sometimes the fucking Family Feud. But make no mistake about it. From the time sharing blimpy sandwiches with my coworkers to the time we staying up in motherfucking suites with a bouvet or boudet, whatever the fuck that shit is. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. That's how bad it is. These are my fucking friends. You understand what I'm saying? I will know these guys to the day I fucking die. And well worth it. Whether some of them give, more achievements in life than others, and, that's up to God's discretion. But make no mistake about it, those are my fucking friends. That's why I get so offended when people, they talk about, opposition at the company or whatever, which wasn't light. You think it was light, but we were the department. Even the people in the office, we were the department. It was part of the marketing department, but we were the department that had more fun than anybody in the office because we was at every event that the artist had. Damn near it. We was in the club, walkthroughs, everything. You know what I'm saying? I remember being there when Shine was first introduced in the Woe video. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of Hard PA, I was there. I'm in the video. I remember the Notorious video. I remember the feeling of that. You know what I'm saying? So some people gonna listen to this. They're gonna be like, "Yo, da 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 da." But I'm trying to tell y'all, things are going to change, and when they change, it's going to be a surprise to you. And a lot of people that was sitting back and they was talking shit about Puff. They was talking about Puff ain't this, Puff ain't that, or whatever. What you gonna find very quickly is this. You might have lost a friend. You might have lost an ally. You may have lost somebody that was going to help you out or whatever. And I want to give a shout out to Hip Hop Uncensored, their channel, because they see it for what it is. It's a lineup. They're getting rid of some of your best people. They're getting rid of your multimillionaires one by one by one by one by one. Listen to me again. They're getting rid of your multimillionaires. They're getting rid of your billionaires. See, it wasn't a problem when they were just millionaires. But when motherfuckers start turning billionaires like Kanye and no one man should have all that power. Why you think that nigga did the song? He felt it coming. He felt it coming. No one man should have all that power. What happened? Adidas tried to take it from him. But see, they didn't count on the fact that, it's just like Calvin Candy said at that dinner. But you are that 1 in 10,000 nigga, ain't you? That's what Kanye West was. You see what I'm saying? He was that 1 in 10,000 nigga that Calvin Candy talked about in Django Unchained. They wasn't respecting that. But there's a full attack on your millionaires and billionaires that are men because potentially what they could become, potentially what they can motherfucking allude people to and lure people to. And that's a total freedom. And I watched my mother advocate for that. I watched my aunt advocate for that, which I talk about many times. God bless her heart. I watched a sister named Khalida set up her business and get put into pure poverty because of a knack for more for gossip and things like that than actually supporting what we're talking about here. You're going to find out some things, but don't be so quick to jump on the bandwagon just because this is good. And it's a good story and to get some good views. Think about what this really leads to. If they can take down him that easy, fellas, ladies, they'll do the same to your fucking sons and daughters. They're starting to do it to the women now. You're going to see it subtly. They tried to do it to Candace Owens. She was the first example. She was the highest up. Y'all don't see it. I know it because this is the business I come from. So maybe I talk like a fucking asshole sometimes, whatever the fuck you want to say about me. But make sure you hear this. I'm telling you the truth. And you might not see it right now, but in 5 to 10 years, and I say specifically after this election is over, you're going to see a change. And a lot of you are coming, but a little bit, listen, I'm half considered what you would call European by background, by being Cuban, but if some of you guys are becoming European, you're not even who you are. You want to articulate so much else, and you don't understand. You've really been conditioned by white Americans to a precocity that you can't even quite understand. It's almost indoctrinated in you at birth. So it's hard for you to recognize. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're born with a tumor. But you don't know the fucking tumor's there until the doctor tells you. No. I'm not trying to harm you. And maybe I'm a little harsh sometimes. I can reflect and look back at myself. It's who I am. It has not. I'm very mature. I'm very intelligent, or whatever. But I'm very precise. That's why I got the name professional. I earned that name. And everybody's not the same. Watch who you're talking about. You're talking about people that have access to a large amount of money. You're talking about people that are friends of mine. You're talking about people that have not been proven to charge with anything and not been convicted of anything. That would be one Diddy, my ex-boss, still the capo. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are not going to like me for that. But let's take it down on the scale of some of the people that are arguing with me. Say you've been working at McDonald's for the past 15 years and you make the best fucking hamburger there is in that motherfucker. Or you heat that apple pie to the precocity that is just the best in the world. Am I to challenge your skills? Am I to challenge your leniency? You see what I mean? So I say this. Puff, I already know what's going to come out of this. Just based on the conversation I had today with Chrome, I already know what's going to be. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a travesty. I want to once again say shout out to Hip Hop Uncensored for pointing it out. No, they're not trying to destroy these individuals, but they're trying to destroy any possible attempt that you get any real fucking power. And that's why I keep trying to tell y'all guys, when you sign up for these licenses agreements here on YouTube or whatever, don't think you got power. Because anytime, if you pay attention, they'll cut your channel off. They'll make it so you can't stream for 2 weeks. They'll make it so even more so you'll be hoeing from the beginning, because you got to get 1,000 fucking followers to go live. Don't you fucking get it? This is a new form of slavery. And they're using you as yourself to be, excuse my French, this goes for Caribbean people, this goes for European blacks, this goes for Africans as well, to be your own black slavers. Now, I know that don't make sense. And sometimes people see things a little bit smoother than other people, and some people will make it, knock it off and give it a joke or whatever. But trust me when I fucking tell you, there's a collective effort that they're inducing. I'm half Latino. I speak Spanish. I don't know what this Sharetta chick or whatever her name is. I read back. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I know I shouldn't say that, but whatever the fuck. This is my advocacy. And I'm telling you, I speak Spanish and I understand Spanish conversations. I engage in Spanish conversations. I hang around Spanish people. I'm trying to tell you, this new batch of migrants that you have or whatever, are bent on one thing, and that's dominance. They want to dominate over you. And the lower echelons of white Americans are making them feel, yes, I did say that, lower echelon. I hope you heard me when I said it too. The lower echelon of white Americans, you know, the janitors, your car mechanics, people like that, you know what I mean? They're influencing these people to think that it's okay to do this because it fulfills the goal of them. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They don't like them either. They don't like the migrants. And Joe Biden was a motherfucking separatist. He was a supporter of the Dixiecrats. So don't you think for one fucking moment, I try to tell black women that time, I said, don't endorse this motherfucker. You can go back and watch the videos. Don't endorse this motherfucker. And I want to say something about that too. Somebody said, I can go right in front of Trump Tower too. Go ahead, try it. I dare you. You're going to be out of there within 10 minutes. I guarantee you. I won't. The reason I won't is because, one, I used to live on that fucking block. Everybody knows that. Number two, you understand what I'm saying, which is Fifth Avenue, New York City. Number two, I got plugged in there by the director of the NSA at the time that I had met at Dunkin' Donuts, which was a black gentleman, believe it or not. That's National Security Association. And he was head and chief in charge. Just as well as there's a black man that all the horse cavalry that they have in New York City, he actually trains the horses. Believe it or not, it's a black gentleman. And so I befriended him with a small conversation. We were talking about something. We had a laugh. And I started talking to him in Dunkin' Donuts. And I walked back with him over to Trump Tower. And I said, hey, listen, I want to do a piece here or whatever. I've had Lynn Patton, like poster mime, who was associate Trump at the time. Those guys, they know me. That's why when I went in there, whatever, you could recognize easily that those people were familiar with me. When I was talking to the police over, they were familiar with me. It's a privilege to do what I do. You can't just show up at the Jonathan Majors trial. It's not going to happen like that. You're going to get questioned and you're going to be escorted out. Just like I watched many of people. I watched the girl the first day get pulled into the courtroom because she took a picture inside the courtroom. And the judge subpoenaed for her quickly to come in, summoned for her to come into the courtroom. Just like that, right on the spot, and confiscated her camera. No. I get into what I get into because of who I am. It's a very big difference. Very big difference. And who I know. Very big difference. And the continued relationships that I have, and I've continued to have. Some 10, 15, 20 years, and new relationships I have with a lot of new artists and things like that, or whatever. A lot of them I'm very fond of. And that's why they would even look at you and say, oh, this is crazy. No, not that guy. That guy right there, nah, you don't know that guy. I had the conversation 15 minutes after I got off the freaking line earlier. It's something I was there, but that ain't none of y'all fucking business. That ain't none of y'all business. It's all love, though. You know what I'm saying? Some things got accomplished tonight. So, like I said, man, don't be detoured. Don't be pulled into this stream about Puff or whatever, when the ulterior motive is to tear motherfucking down. There are too many fucking narratives being painted here. Too many accusers. Lil Rod, he looking more and more like an agent himself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust this motherfucker. Your input to the Love album wasn't that deep, my nigga. Huh? And when that come out and we got to have the discussion, people going to learn that real quick. They're going to be like, oh, that's all the nigga did? Fix a couple drums. Like when niggas say he really fixed a couple drums, I found out today he just really fixed a couple drums. And it wasn't on none of the, okay, you know, the effort you put on the Mary shit. I even know the selected tracks that you put on. You know what I'm saying? The effort you did on the Mary shit, things like that or whatever. Like a lot of this stuff, I understand. These people, they're not from the music industry, so they're not going to catch it. I put a lot of it, and I post a lot of it, and I say the way a lot of it I say, because of the simple fact I want people to recognize it for the record industry to understand it. Like it's an ulterior motive. This works for me too. You know what I mean? Where some others are just here solely and purely to gossip, and that's just going to get old. YouTube's going to start banning that shit. That's what somebody told me. I don't know. Guess we have to find out. Remember last time I said YouTube was going to change? And it did, didn't it? So, you know, take heed. Let's say I got a friend that knows a friend. Shout out to Cohen and Boss. Oh man, I sit back sometimes and I hear some of the attacks. I'm not talking about anybody specific either, but I hear some of the attacks that are thrown at me, and it's fucking amazing because I'm like, yo, listen, man, I really lived this life. And it comes from people that, like, if you ask them what their job history is and shit like that, it's not it doesn't equate. And like, yeah, cool, that all sounds cool on YouTube and everything like that. But in a real scenario, really when things come into question, you're going to find out that all that shit was an illusion. You were thinking you were something you were in your mind. And in actuality, when it all pans out, you ain't that person. And all that yelling and screaming you can do and all that hollering you can do. Yes, Diddy's guilty. Yes, Davin's guilty. Yeah, they're both fucking guilty. And, you know, all this crazy ass shit. I'm like, my nigga, I ain't never seen these niggas do none of that shit. And that was the first thing that came out of my Badboy brother's mouth today, too. And niggas would be, well, y'all wasn't hot. You don't know what the fuck we were. We were always with these guys. We were with the artists more than people were in the fucking office. Gene Deal will even fucking tell you that. That was one of our main reasons for being there, amongst others. That's what I said. These are motherfuckers be assuming shit all the time. Street team, we don't put posters up. We post up. That's Gene Deal, that one. We don't put posters up. We post up. We had a purpose. You don't understand. We were among the elite. That's what Puff mentioned us. You just don't, you motherfuckers just don't understand. That's how Bernie Mac said, you motherfuckers just don't understand. You motherfuckers just don't understand. Well, I'm talking too much though, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not niggas be starting rumors and shit now. I had to learn that aspect of the game. I done got over into a new sector. I wasn't supposed to be in the sector, but I'm in the sector. And I don't want to be in the sector. So I'm trying to find my way up out of the sector. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't what I do. I go on spot the places or whatever. You know, we got people out here trying to deduce their own people. I had somebody try to deduce me tonight, you know, with the Trump snipe, you know, with the Jonathan Major snipe, whatever. But if you look at some of these people that are good to create, they ain't got none of the same material on their page. I do. I got the same material that the fucking headline news has, and I'm there. You see what I'm saying? That's a difference. And I get invites to come back. That's the real shit about it. You know what I'm saying? I get invites to come back. You know, I was in New York. Niggas are slow. I was in New York when that shit broke on this past Monday. Not today, but this past Monday with Pop. I was in New York. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember? I went live. And, you know, I gave my point of view or whatever. It's a New York prosecutor that's trying to prosecute Puff. New York is the ones that really want. They ain't worried about that other shit. They worry about New York. They want to hit him in New York. You know, Mr. Alvin Bragg's got part in that. A black gentleman, same black gentleman that tried to prosecute motherfucking Trump and Jonathan Majors. Now we want him locked up. Fuck that, never. Two coons, like famous. You know, coons. Now, this ain't no regular coon. This is a turbo coon. This is a coon with power. This is like that fucking man. What's her name? Tiffany something out there in fucking. Shout out to Joliet and all that or whatever. I forgot what she was. Tiffany Hayward. I think that's a Hayward or Hayward, or whatever the case is out there in Dalton, man. That bitch out there stealing money, putting shit on the chain, everything. What's going on, All Stars? How you doing? I'm all right, yo. I'm chilling, man. I just getting in a little while ago, man. I had to catch the last train back, man. I was getting ready to go to Brooklyn. I was like, I ain't fucking with Brooklyn. Like, man, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going home. So, you know what I'm saying? I came home or whatever. I had a purpose to be there today. I had filled that. And I came back home, man. I'm a little tired. I know y'all can hear it in my voice. But y'all stop being fooled by motherfuckers, man. Look for the key to the game now is, in my opinion, look for the motherfuckers talking about shit too much on a regular basis. They usually found that they got something to stick and they keep moving with it. That's what usually happens when niggas like that and frauds like that. You know, y'all niggas gotta stop that shit. Stop bashing your own. Don't do the work of the motherfucking white supremacists. That's all I'm saying. Don't make it easy for them. Because when this motherfucker, let me tell you something. If Trump do get back in office, I want to warn y'all something. Y'all should listen to this. Take this back to your community. Spread this around the community, all right? Fuck how you feel about me. Listen to the thought. The thought is, what I think is going to happen, and this is for me being around these people. You understand what I'm saying? They don't let these people do what they did in Trump Tower like that. It doesn't happen like that. So let me explain to you. What I think is going to happen is, I'm presuming, and I'm just saying, I'm presuming that either Trump wins or he loses, right? If he wins, which is it's more predictive than anything, but if he wins, what you're going to see is a rise back in the Wahoos and Rednecks and the Patriots, okay? Now listen to me. I had these Proud Boy motherfuckers. They not necessarily attacked me, but came up and had some choice words to say one time I was doing a live up there. That's what I be trying to tell you niggas. I be on front center war zone. You understand what I'm saying? And niggas better recognize some shit and respect the motherfucker. Motherfucker don't be doing. I be taking penitentiary chances, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because I want my fucking kid, when I have a kid, to sit back and be like, you know what? My dad was fucking brave. Salud. You know what I mean? My dad was fucking brave. Salud, pero mi padre, tú sabes. Respectando la ore. You know what I mean? So that's what I want people to understand. And you know, maybe you're not into leaving legacy like that as far as culturally, but I am. You know, maybe that doesn't matter to you, but it does to me. You know, it matters a lot to me. Your legacy you leave behind is your child. And, you know, if their legacy is prison or something like that, that ain't a good thing. So watch when you're listening and watch when you're spinning your podcast and you're going fully out there, man. At least give it time. See what's coming about of things. Don't be like, see, I told you, because little do you know, you might be backing a motherfucker that's lying. You might be backing a motherfucker that's residuals, just ain't coming in the same because they never wrote a motherfucking real hit that was stand the test of time. Ain't that right, T-Red? You fucking fuck. Yeah, we're talking about you today, too. That fucking fuck. Yeah. The crib got smaller, huh, Ma? Back out here with the rest of us, huh? I'm sorry. Niggas know what's really going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you need some help? Go look up Tiffany Red. Listen, I'm going to help y'all out with something. I'm going to show you how we do it the industry way. Go look up Tiffany Red's catalog of credits for songwriting, okay? And look at the songs that she wrote. And you tell me how many of them motherfuckers you still play to this day. And if you lie, and it's outside of you playing that shit when you in the shower on the headphones, or playing that shit while you sitting on Android, sitting on the toilet, You understand what I'm saying? You let me know. I ain't gotta make shit up. It's right there for you to see. You tell me any of those songs that's listed that they still fucking playing to this day, except for maybe 3 of them. I'll give her 3 of them. All right, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be a fair man. I give her 3 of them. Yo, tell Tiffany Red if you see a professional say kiss the whole fam ass for real. Kiss the whole fam ass for real. Whole fact. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be scared. Don't be scared. Be careful, ho. T-Red. Don't be shy, ho. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy, ho. Be careful. Those niggas said that shit funny. Anyway, listen, right? Yeah, T-Rad, man. Shout out to T-Rad and numerous others that seemingly, it's like a motherfucker to see a UFO, ain't it? They claim they see the UFO, but when you ask for the footage, it's blurry as a motherfucker. You ever notice that UFO footage? No matter how much the cameras upgrade, the footage still blurry and shit. You ain't never really see what the motherfuckers really at. You think you see one, but you ain't seen one. That's what I equate that shit to. You know, you can't just keep following on to your own. You know, let me tell you some Italians, Greeks, you know, Latinos, and tu sabes, el mío. And yes, when somebody say tu sabes, that's a regular, like if you know Langota, that's like a regular, how do you say it? Not an F&M, what do you call that shit? Effigy, I guess you could say effigy. It's a regular effigy that we use, like, you know what I mean? And tu sabes no. You know what I mean? Like almost everything is tu sabes. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was funny as fuck to me. I read some shit. Anyway, I had to address that because you talking about culture. Fuck all that. Fuck that, yo. So anyway, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to address that real quick. We always say tu sabes. Everything tu sabes. Oye, gente, tu sabes. Pa no tu vayas ahora. What about the rest of this shit I said? Can you merge that out, motherfucker? You're such an expert. You know what I mean? You know my culture better than me. My homegirl, she's Honduran, and I had someone of my family here that was Honduran on my channel, and people were swearing up and down they were Black American. I'm like, no, they're not Black American, they're Honduran. You know what I mean? And so I think some people, they get this fallacy if someone looks exactly or has the same symmetrics as them, they must be the same as them. That is not true. And I would tell you to expand your horizon, to expand yourself culturally, and you'll find out that that's not the truth. There's actually some people that look blacker than you and are Dominican. You know what I mean? I know a lot of them. I was with 2 of them today. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So, you know, it's not an insult to anybody or whatever, but these ultimately will be your allies. And this goes for people in the Caribbean too, but trying to be so separatist. We've done the same thing they've done in America here for decades. Same thing that goes on over in England and Germany and France. You know, it's a separation over there too. And then what they'll have is the lighter skin ones will acquiesce and move into society a little bit quicker rate. And that's really the problem with a lot of men of color. We have tons of men of color out here that have 12-year plus degrees and shit like that. They have to settle for working at fucking Starbucks because they don't have a support system within the women. Many of them feel, even if that's not the case, a lot of men feel like that. A lot of men are like, you know, I was talking a certain way today, and a lot of women don't like the way I talk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I call shit the way I call it. And I was really trying to tell you them too. You know, birth rates are going down. This is reported by the CDC. Birth rates are going down. You're not at the type of numbers to have your birth rates going down. Do you understand me? People, la gente va para la barrio. Do you understand me? You are not at the propulsion rates and population numbers to even have this argument. Now, what you need to be doing is, if you care so much about what's the name, but you need to start doing this, and I know this is going to sound crazy for me to say, what you need to do is put down your guards, ladies, and start fucking your men. Good ones. Not bad ones. Good ones. That guy that you consider the square, or the guy you say, well, he's a little too fucking masculine, that's the motherfucker you need to go have a baby by. Trust me, this nigga's gonna go out in the fucking snow barefoot to get your groceries. Trust me. It might not make sense right now in your 20s. It might not make sense in your 30s. But trust me, in the long run, it'll make fucking sense. This motherfucker will go get your groceries in the snowstorm barefooted. You gotta look for niggas with devotion towards you. And they gotta prove that devotion, fellas. Don't fuck it up for us, all right? So if one of these bras give you a fucking chance, don't fuck it up and be like, oh, you know what? I want to talk to Shanae too down the block. I want to talk to, you know what I mean, Maria down the block, you know. Why? Well, I'm friends with her brother and shit. You know, those goofy ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't support them niggas. Don't get me wrong, I don't never support no goofy niggas. Somebody on here said, you don't talk about men like that. Nigga, I done went out to thousands of men. Niggas tougher than that too. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, listen, you don't know me in real life, man. Like, I be trying to tell people, this ain't on no tough guy shit. Like, I've busted at niggas numerous times. I done cleared blocks before. Like, I done did all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit is goofy as an adult, but if it need to be done, it need to be done. You know what I mean? That's how I live. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what the niggas be talking about. Well, the way I live, you ask out the niggas the way they live, because other niggas might take it to the extreme that you wouldn't take it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, take that into consideration too. You don't know me. If you knew what I was attached to and what comes along with fucking with me, you would understand very quickly. Sometimes you have to make examples, I guess. I don't. But yeah, you got Italians, you got Greeks, you got Dominicans, you got Hondurans, you got a whole bunch of litany of different fucking racial groups involved with me when it comes to me. And they all will do whatever they have to do for me to you if you bother me. You know, so I don't like arguing with women. I don't like arguing with men. But if you don't believe me, hey, like I said, I love a motherfucker that don't believe me. That's my specialty. You don't believe, huh? Okay. I'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks come, you don't believe me. It's 2 weeks. I'm knocking at the door. Hey, who are you? I'm too weak. Remember what you said? Yeah, I'm stupid like that. And I'm always going to be stupid like that. My wife's going to love me. You know why my wife's going to love me? Because she's going to say, you know what, this motherfucker right here, I'm glad that he's stupid and crazy. Because he'll do anything to protect me and his kids. So I don't give a fuck what none of you say. That motherfucker would say, I've told myself, my ex, I tell this story before, my ex is Muslim. She was born and raised Sunni Muslim. I love this woman to this day. I swear to God to you. This beautiful black woman that wore burqa, never wore makeup, and she was just pretty just the way she was. I swear fucking God to you, it was a ray of sunshine that floated over this fucking broad. And I swear to God to you, it was a ray of sunshine that floated over this motherfucker. Like almost God himself said, here, take this. I make no lies about this. This is one of the most beautiful souled, you know, there's so many, we're going to speak about black women. There's so many beautiful souled black women out there. I'm talking about pure of a soul, especially in the suburbs. I grew up a lot in the suburbs, okay? The majority of my life I grew up in the suburbs. Well, we're stupid out there. We get in the bar fights, you know what I'm saying? Smash people with the head with a bottle, whatever. Next day we're drinking a drink together. This is the Northeast. This is New England. Anybody here from New England, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you could have a buddy of yours stabbed 2 days ago. The same guys that include the guy that stabbed them, they'll be having a drink at the bar. This is New England. You know, and it's amazing because where I live at, I don't live very far outside New York. And a lot of people, they don't understand that demographic. They just talk from a perspective of what they know. You know, and what you know is not the reality here. Or what you see is safe somewhere. Be like, well, anybody can do that. All right, go on over there, see what happened. Niggas don't know you over there. I went over to Marcy. And the only reason I was allowed to go into Marcy and do that, be there longer than 5 minutes, because niggas just out there doing it ones and twos. You kidding me? This Marcy. I was able to show in Marcy because of my man, Q. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? That's bleak people. You know what I mean? And he's like, I'm sure the nigga gotta say that. All right. You know what I mean? Niggas always over there. You know what I'm saying? Plus a nigga bad boy nigga too. So, you know what I'm saying? He gonna come with no charge. And I did. I presented the facts and said what I had to say. Whatever. I ain't on no Chuck shit. Never have, never will be. So I just want to let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, if you want to call some of this shit, stop spazzing on your own people online. It makes you look crazy. You think it's impressive white people, but they've been dealing with motherfuckers like you for 120 years. They know when you sincerely mean it and you grew up like that, and they know when you're perfect and then you pretending you grew up like that and you didn't. I know when people are from the suburbs, we got certain types of mantras or whatever. Same way, a lot of people can understand how a lot of Italian Americans and Greek Americans will walk past me, nod their head at me as a way of just speaking instead of directly yelling, waving and shit. They don't always have to do that. So I want to give, just my little take on that and that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So I drop down or whatever. But I want to tell you guys, have a good night. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow, you heard? I ain't gonna shout out the Cash App, whatever. Y'all hit that shit, y'all hit that shit. If y'all don't. But at least I tell y'all motherfuckers that stop advocating going against your own just because specifically it's a man and you don't know the details of the case or anything else. Well, so said. And then think about where you get your source from. You get your source from the federal government, or you cannot. These are the same motherfuckers that locked up Tupac's mom. These same motherfuckers walked up Tupac's godmother. She had to flee to Cuba. This is a VP.